Well, hello there, and welcome back to my channel where I make koala content that I normally ask for. In today's video, it's another Miraculous Ladybug video because I'm dressed as Smyrna today. And so today we're finally doing the long requested video of me finally doing the Vesperia doll review. You guys been requesting that I review her for a long time now, and I just haven't gotten to it. Why? I don't know, but finally the time has come and I'm finally gonna review Vesperia for you guys. So this doll came out a few months ago and it's by Playmate Toys, so Lake takes a closer look at her packaging before we take her out of the box. So here's the doll and her packaging. The packaging is the standard normal box packaging you get for any Miraculous Ladybug character besides Adrian because he's different, but when it comes to like a standard character like Ladybug, Rena, or Bunex, they all come in the same type of packaging as Vesperia here, with the character right there and the reference on the side they all have. And of course it has the Miraculous Ladybug logo with Vesperia, her name right there, so you know what character she is. And on the newer boxes they do have this rainbow ribbon pattern along the box, which is very different from the older ones, but not too different, just slight changes. I said her and Bunex and Dragonbug, depending when you buy Dragonbug, has the same type of thing. And on the side there's her Kwame Pollen, which her name again was Vesperia. And on the side there's a continuation of the character work. And on the back cards are different on the newer boxes. When you buy an older doll like Ladybug, Rena, Queen Bee, or Cat Noir, they will have like all the characters at once, showing like what characters they have dolls of. But on the newer boxes, it's just the character themselves and from an information card. So yeah, here's Vesperia right here with Pollen. And let's read what her character card says. So her character name is Vesperia. Her human name is Zoe Lee, Chloe's half sister. She gets introduced in the 4th season of Miraculous Ladybug. So if you're wondering who she is, they replaced her from Queen Bee. Queen Bee is no longer a thing. And her superhero name is Vesperia. Her Miraculous is the bee comb. Her Kwame is Pollen, the bee Kwame. And her superpower is speed, strength, and agility. And she also can like paralyze people. They don't only say that here. Her transformation phrase is buzz on, and it says Zoe is a very sweet, caring girl and always trying to please her half-sister Chloe, a very difficult task. But when Marinette gives her the Be Miraculous, she has more important things to take care of. So that what her character card says, which I prefer these character cards versus having all the characters at once. So that's her box. And here's just things you can go follow on social media. And she also followed me on social media at Chocohorse Popcorn and the Tifra. But yeah, so that's Vesperia. Again, if you don't know much about her, she gets introduced in the 4th season. She is Chloe's half-sister. And since Chloe is a meanie, she doesn't get to have the Bee Miraculous anymore, so Queen Bee is no longer a thing. So when they introduce Vesperia, Marinette does give her the bee, and she's the new holder of the bee until the end of the 4th season, but you know, that's a different thing. But yeah, so let's just open her up and come and do a review of her. So I'll see you when she's out of the box. Alright, so Vesperia is out of her box. And let me tell you, like, I love Miraculous Ladybug dolls. I probably love them more than any other human on this earth. However, I hate taking them out of their packaging. They only have like the hardest packaging to get open because it's like plastic sealed, so you have to like cut it open. And it's this whole thing, but you know, she's finally out of her box, and I do not have a doll stand for her because I don't have any doll stands to sacrifice right now. But other than that, like, she is so awesome. I'm in love with the Playmate dolls. Like, most of the time they can't do me no wrong. So of course when I opened her, I know that I'm gonna love her right away. And like, I remember when they first announced her, I knew that I was gonna love her because they did her so well, because she's just honestly an amazing doll. I said, if you're a big fan of Miraculous, these dolls won't disappoint you. And if you're disappointed in them, you're probably just disappointed in life in general. But anyways, so here's a look at Vesperia. So of course, here's her face, which looks really good as always, because Playmate does an amazing job on faces. And her mask is molded onto her face, so you can't take it off, which is fine because I think it looks great that way. And yeah, they did a good job on her paint details. I mean, considering that these are mass produced, her face mask could be painted worse. So oops. So she is very, very well done. And yeah, like I think they capture her face really well in this sculpt. And then like my favorite thing about this doll is probably her hair. I think they did the hair really good because Vesperia does her hairstyle is this. I said normally when it comes to like Playmate dolls, um, they do an okay job on the hairstyles. I mean, I get it, like Mark's Ladybug characters have hairstyles to replicate. I mean, they did a good job on Marinette and Ladybug because they just had pigtails and Cat Noir hair is molded. But when it comes to the other characters, they try their best, and I think it looks fine. But they did a really good job on Vesperia's hair because said Vesperia's hair is like just like this. Her hair, like, and it's in a braid, and then each different strand of a braid is like a stripe to replicate like a bee. And I think they did a really well job. I think, like, I'm trying to study how did the hair so well because I'm planning on making Vesperia myself. So I think what they did, like, they put like black on the bottom, so when they braid it out, it looks this good. But honestly, I'm just like, I love the hair. Probably my favorite part because I think they nailed it. Like something as simple as the braid, but like the fact that they did the pattern on the braid correctly, absolutely love that. And of course she has her front pieces, like her like side curtain bangs, I guess. They did a good job there because they put like replicate antennas, I think, and they're black. So I think they did a good job on the bangs as well. Like they did a good solid job on this doll, honestly. And of course here's her suit, which they got all the detailings down. Like honestly, like the color is correct. She does have like one thing like I see in like hand like costumes and stuff like you can buy on the internet. They always get the shade of yellow wrong because they always give her like a golden yellow, but she has more like a pale yellow. So I'm glad that Playmate pay attention to the color of the yellow on her suit, make it look even better. And of course, I said they just nailed it with the pattern printing and stuff. And I said this is just normal like spandex knit material, and they just probably just printed on the design, but it printed on really well. And I think they nailed it. And like honestly, these boots are killer, to be honest. Like I don't know, so like look at these boots. They're so cool. And like I don't know how Vesperia boots look like, but I don't care if these are like accurate or anything because these are just killer shoes. Like look at that. Would wear them myself. These shoes are amazing, honestly. I think she probably has the best shoes of the female characters. And of course, she comes with her weapon, which is this little stinger. All she gotta say is like, Venom! And then she'll just sting their opponent and they get paralyzed. So I'm glad they have her weapon. And of course, she also came with her Miraculous, which is the bee comb, but I'm not even going to try to put that on her head, so it's just going to go into where the accessories bin. But yeah, honestly, the Vesperia doll, 10 out of 10. I think they did a great job, especially with the hairstyle. I said the suit printing is great, the weapon's great, of course, and the boots are killer. And she's overall a 10 out of 10. She's definitely one of my favorite Miraculous Ladybug dolls. In general, I think they just executed her really well. And I think that also comes with like the newer dolls. If they do give you a pamphlet of toys that are out that you can get. But this must be like a European pamphlet because we don't have much of the stuff here in America that's on this pamphlet, sadly. So like here's all the things they show you that you can have. It's like a checklist. So you can like, oh, I have these. And to be honest, I don't want to like brag, but I do have most of these stuff, so don't want to toot my own horn, but toot toot. Yes, like if you live in America, you can't get this Lucky Charm Ladybug unless you either import her or buy the scooter. And then like Adrian you can get, but he's hard to find. You can get these pretty easily. These figures are not available in America. These are the everybody else but America figures, which is unfortunate. And then here's a pamphlet too to show you the house. and like the different character accessories. These two are not out yet here in America either, sadly. And the Kwamis, which you can get. And this looks like a Series 1 versus Series 2. And the plushies, which also you can't get in America. But I do own all of these besides Tiki. But yeah, so it is reminding you of the things that you need to get. And I do actually have a review of most of these dolls on my channel. So you can go find that on my Mirax Ladybug playlist. But before I end this video, because I said the Vesperia doll, if you're a Mirax Ladybug fan, you will like her. If you like Vesperia, obviously. I know there's like a war between Queen Bee and Vesperia, but if you like Vesperia as a character and Miraculous, she is a solid doll. I have nothing to complain about her besides one thing. She does not come with the Kwami like the other dolls. I think she's the only one does not come with the Kwami, which is interesting. I wish she came with pollen, but she didn't. So that's unfortunate. So you want the pollen Kwami for the dolls. You had to get Queen Bee. And speaking of Queen Bee, I did brought her out from my shelf. She's a little bit dusty because, you know, that's doll collector's life. But I thought I can do a comparison because there's a war between Queen Bee and Vesperia. So let's take a closer look. Shall we? I'm going to switch them around because I don't want to change my Queen Bee as you drop your thing. But like, I know there's like a war in the fandom between who is better. So here's just a look, a comparison. Honestly, I do prefer Vesperia, to be honest. I thought I would prefer Queen, even though I don't like Queen Bee, I did prefer her doll for the longest time because they did a pretty solid job on Chloe. Again, I do have a review on her on my channel because for some reason when I first bought Vesperia, I was not vibing with this doll, but since I took it out of the box, I'm like, this doll's amazing. So I think I do prefer Vesperia because honestly, Vesperia has amazing boots, while Queen Bee just has the standard Playmate flat shoes. But I don't know, which one do you prefer? Do you prefer Queen Bee or Vesperia? I think they're both solid dolls and something I'm glad to have in my collection. But yeah, I don't know which one I prefer because they're both great dolls. And I said if you're a Mirax Ladybug fan, either Bee Girl or both of them will be great in your collection. So yeah, I think that's all for today's video. I said there's not much difference between Vesperia and Queen Bee versus quality. They all have the same suit, same weapon. They're the same. This Queen Bee's one fell on the floor. I think they're the same. Yeah, they are the same, if you're wondering. But yeah, I said they're the same quality level. So this depends who you like more as a character, or you want both, that's fine. But yeah, I just want to give you a shout out to Queen Bee because she did get replaced by her. So yeah, that's all for today's video, and I hope you didn't find it boring or cringy. And I'm sorry that I couldn't speak half the time in this video. I do have a speak impediment and it's a whole thing. But other than that, I hope you liked this video. I'm glad that I finally got this review out. And if you like Mirax Ladybug, if you like cosplay or anything like that, this is the channel for you. Until then, I catch you in my next one. I had no idea what it is, but I hope you watch it. And bug out!